Hello, everyone. Once we have quorum, we're going to start the meeting. So please give us a couple of minutes until we get quorum.
How you doing, Sid?
Hi, Rob.
I
Once
think
we
I'm under the wrong link. I'm going to log back out and come back in. Sorry, everyone. Bye.
okay, not a problem. Once we get quorum, we're going to start the meeting.
Okay.
Hi guys, did it start already? I'm sorry, am I late?
Hi, Aurelia. We have not started yet.
How are you?
Doing very well. Once we have quorum, we're going to start the meeting.
Thanks.
You see that I have a question? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Does it show my name as Lisette Tavares or L Tavares CB12? Because I joined in the last link that Noemi just sent.
When was
And
this link sent?
literally like a few minutes ago.
Yeah, so I was trying to, because I didn't receive the link. Anthony sent us the link, and I'm trying to resend it to you guys just to make sure that you have access. But
I have access, but for some reason my name is not showing. Like if I'm the one that's logged in, I don't know if it's something on the Zoom end.
yeah, I don't see you as a name, but I hear the person. And the same thing I believe is that was happening to Tracy. Is that the case, Tracy?
I don't know if she got back in.
So no,
Yeah.
I'm back. So what ended up happening is that I was sent an individual link and I'll look to see who that was from. Like and that link I think was tailored to me because when I clicked on it, it came up with my email address and so forth and so on. However, I know on one of our group threads, there was another link, and when I clicked on the link in the group thread rather than the one that was individually emailed to me, I came up as you, Isidro. That's how I knew I'd logged in wrong. So
So I just sent the link to the rest of the members, including Catherine and Hector, just in case that if they didn't get the link, that they receive at least the link, even if it has my name, I would not mind that. But I see that Catherine just joined us. Hi, Catherine.
Hi, sorry I'm a little late.
Not a problem. We haven't started yet. So we do have quorum.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, Hector. We do have quorum. Hector, I don't know if you have the capabilities of promoting everyone from attendees to panelists.
I believe so. Give me 1 second. Believe. Yeah, everyone here in attendance is a panelist. Oh, okay. Just promoted Aurelia Taveras. Okay. I promoted everybody to a panelist, and those who are not opted out not to become a panelist, and these are, I guess, their representatives.
I see. I'll make an announcement for the attendees to allow themselves to be promoted to panelists. So I think we can start.
And I think Catherine has her hand raised as well.
Yeah, I think that's an all hand, but if not, Catherine, do you have a question?
No, sorry, that was old.
Very well.
Disability.
So if everything's in order, we should start the meeting. Hello, everyone. My name is Isidro Medina. I would like to welcome you all to the monthly licensing meeting. We have joined the meeting and we now have quorum. So we officially open for business. Welcome everyone to this licensing committee meeting. My name is Isidro Medina. We have new members, new ideas, new concepts, and I'm happy to know that those new members are going to bring fresh ideas to the committee. And I'm sure that at least one of the members, not only are we getting experience, but we're also getting a lot of resources. And I'll explain that more about that. As usually, committee members, the way that we do is that we introduce all the committee members, then we introduce PV and any other personnel that might be attending the meeting. Once we go through the process of the introduction, I'm going to be giving out a deep briefing on how we're going to proceed as members so that you will know how we vote and the reason why. And we're not going to say like, I'm voting in favor of this because we're YNC. It's just about how we're going to move as a team. And so you have a clear idea how to the license committee works. So on that note, let me formally introduce myself. My name is Isidro Medina. I've been part of this community board for, I guess, over 10 years. And being chair for at least, I would say 8 years. And I've been part of the Washington Heights and Inwood community for over 40 years. Deeply committed to see how we can help our community. And on that note, I'm going to allow now the vice chair of the committee, Hector to introduce himself.
Uh,
Hector,
th- Thank you, Chair Medina. How's it going, everyone? My name is Hector Bonilla. I've been on the community board for 4 years now. Born and raised in Washington Heights, and aside from being the vice chair of the licensing committee, I also serve on the land use committee, and I have the pleasure of serving under Isidro.
thank you, Hector. Followed by Robin. Robin, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Robin. I'm part of the community, the license community for 10 years. I also serve as housing. So welcome, everybody.
Thank you, Robin. Followed by Melissa. Melissa, you have the floor.
Hey, good evening, everyone. My name is Melissa Sims, and I'm an Inwood resident. And this is my first year on CB12, and I'm also a member of Traffic and Transportation.
Thank you, Melissa. Followed by Catherine and then Lisette.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Catherine Diaz, new member of licensing, and I'm also on youth and education.
Welcome on board. Last but not least, we have Lisette. Lisette, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lisette Severus. I was born and raised in Washington Heights. This is my first year, and I was in Cannabis Task Force last year, well, the last portion of the year. And now I'm with licensing, happy to be here. Also on the Housing and Human Services Committee, and hope to be of help.
Tracy, you have the floor.
Hi, I'm Tracy McNeil, also born and bred in Washington Heights. Previously on land use, very happy to be on licensing, and I'm also on Parks and Cultural Affairs. Very excited to learn.
Thank you so much. Welcome on board. So you probably know that we had Anthony Viola, who was the vice chair for licensing. Anthony has now become the chair of the Community Board 12. So I'm really happy to see how committee members have transitioned over to take over leadership positions. We are also very fortunate to have the former chair, Catherine Diaz, to serve as a new member of the License Committee. Catherine has done an outstanding job in leading the community board for 3 years. And when Catherine took over the community board, there were a lot of issues. Through her strength, commitment, and knowledge, I can say that we are now a better community board. And I'm really glad, Catherine, that you're here, that you're part of us, and that you bring a lot of resources to the committee.
Thank you. Happy to serve with my colleagues. And I've never been on licensing. So I don't know if I've been on the board, I think like 8 years or a little bit more, probably a little more. And I never got to be on licensing. So for the last term, I made it here. So thanks.
Welcome on board. You bring a lot of resources. Something that I want to mention on that note, the chair has requested that the licensing committee to take over the cannabis management of applicants that are going to come to the board. Previously, it was a task force. So now the resolutions that are going to come from the committee is going to be through licensing. So all the cannabis resolutions are going to come now through licensing. And I'm glad that we have Catherine on board because she also works on the Cannabis Association. And I think that she will bring a lot of resources and knowledge. From our end as a committee, what we can do is provide our resources, our understanding of the community, and then we can ask whenever we have applications, the pertinent questions that can be asked and hopefully approve most of the requests that we'll have from cannabis. Having said that, I would like to know, and for the new members, the way that we function as a committee, we would like to rotate who's going to write the minutes. I myself, I write and I like to have members to volunteer to write the minutes. And that should be something that, you want to take advantage of. So make sure that you are productive and also, to feel that you're part of the committee. So on that note, I'd like to know who will be willing to.
I'll take over the notes, Chair.
Okay, so we have Hector that he will be taking the minutes. Okay, let's move forward now. Let's see if we have any representatives from the 34th or 33rd precinct. Thus far, I don't see anyone. And that's going to be a request that we have to make to the chair to make sure that the relative presence that serve the community, 33rd and 34, that they come to this community, to this licensing meeting. So for the
Sorry, Officer Tavares here for the 34th.
okay, so Officer Tavares is here from the 34th precinct. Officer Tavares, can you please introduce yourself?
Absolutely. My name is Officer Christopher Tavares. I'm the 34th Precinct Community Affairs Officer, one of them. I will be the one attending this meeting. My partner, Virginia Peralta, is the other Community Affairs Officer. Any concerns, questions? That's what we're here for tonight. Or recommendations.
Thank you so much, Officer Taveras. We have worked out many different juncture, and I think that you will be an asset because, again, for the committee members, the 34 and 33rd precinct, they provide us with some background information in case there are any issues. They can bring it up to the committee, and then we can take that into account once we go into voting. The way that we address the agenda for the committee members, we review first the renewals, then we get into the corporate changes in case they're like amendments to change the method of operations, all the way down to review and vote on the new applications. And how we introduce each agenda item, will give you a brief background on the applicant. And then we ask about the precinct's opinion. We can hear out if they are opposed or if they don't have any objection to the renewals or whatever we have on the agenda. Then after that, we open up the floor for residents to see if there are any residents that will bring up some concerns. Once we hear the concerns from the precinct, from the residents, and we hear about the applicants and what they want to bring to the community, then as a committee, we come together and we have discussion on each agenda item. And if there are any concerns from committee members, we can hear those out. And then we have opportunities in case we have like stipulations on the licenses, like install like a good enough sign, to install soundproofing, write down a phone number in case there are any issues. We can request that the applicant would have a phone number written down that will be visible for the residents to call and to rectify the problems right then and then. So, and the reason why we do that is that we want to make sure that whatever issue are happening in a particular neighborhood, that will not go beyond the 911, because once the 911 gets recorded, then the precinct will bring that as an issue. But if we can resolve that, issue right there, then it will solve a lot of problems, and then it will keep the relationship between the resident and the restaurant owners, at a very good level and clear communication. On that note, I would like to establish the ranking order, and for the new members, don't feel bad. We have a ranking order where it is established that the chair would vote first, then the vice chair, then the members that come in and have the longest longevity. So Anthony, if you're so kind, Hector, if you're so kind, establish the ranking order so that the members will be clear. First will be the chair, then will be the vice chair, then will be Robin, then will be Melissa, then will be
Lizette.
it will be Melissa, right? It will be
Yes. Melissa, Lizette, and
then
then Catherine
then-
and Tracy.
correct. All right. So on that note, let's open up the agenda, and if you're so kind, Hector, unless there are any questions from committee members, if there are none, we'll proceed to open up with the agenda. Seeing none, let's proceed to call the order.
Wonderful, thank you, Chair. So we're gonna commence with our first set of applications, which is the renewal for on-premise liquor licenses. And our first will be Mary Kay Mac Inc., DBA, doing business as Dykeman Bar and Kitchen, located at 565th West 207th Street. Do we have a representative?
Hi, good evening, members of Community Board 12. This is Nicole Tejada speaking. I'm having a bit of issues with my connection, so that's why the camera's off.
Okay.
I'm here tonight representing Mary Kay Mac Inc. together with Carlos Severino, who's also present tonight, seeking the approval for renewal of the establishment. Mary Kay has been part of the community for many years, serving American cuisine. The business has maintained a positive presence within the community for many years and simply wishes to continue providing the same welcoming dining experience it has consistently offered. There's been no changes to the method of operation of the actual restaurant. The establishment remains, it's still the same exact concept. So we're just, here for our part on the renewal.
Thank you so much, Nicole. And just a brief background. This application was based in Dykeman, and they have been there for a while. However, they submitted an application to remove the license from the previous places, which was located on Dykeman, and the resolution that was passed was to approve the removal. Now, it was my understanding that Nicole, that you guys were going to come back. And
So we submitted the removal. Of course, we did present ourselves for that request. But again, this establishment was already running with an active license. We weren't applying for a new license. The process of a removal, or the concept of removal, is from moving from one address to the other. We went through the 500-foot hearing. The resolution that you guys provided was also, sent to the secretary at SLA, and it was approved. The license was issued, and it was also communicated to CB12.
the resolution that we approved was approved back in May 14, 2025. As a committee, we voted to approve the removal. However, the place that you moved into, which was previously named as Prime, correct?
Correct.
That particular establishment had a lot of issue as far as accessibility, meaning that the restrooms were not accessible. The steps in the front was not accessible. The establishment itself, being as Prime, had a lot of problems with valet parking. And we thought that you're going to come back to address those issues, but that was never the case. So
we actually came back 3 times while in the process of this removal. First, you wanted us to prove that, we were going to address these ADA issues. We presented a letter from the landlord. We presented work that was going to get done through the Department of Buildings. All the required permits were obtained. The work has been done. The place is fully ADA compliant. Again, there's no valet parking being done. There's, whatever street parking is available is being used by patrons. And if not, there's, parking spaces in side streets, or what's it called, a private parking lot about 2 blocks down from the establishment. But we did come back 3 times. We presented the same information over and over. We provided different diagrams. We provided proof from the landlord. We submitted all this information to SLA. SLA took a look at it, and it was fully approved. And
Right.
again, if we would have needed to come back, we would have not known exactly what to apply for, because the license exists already. This was just a process of removing from one address to the other.
correct. And you came to the committee back in April 9th, 2025. And the application was withdrawn because we had a discussion about the accessibility issue. Then you came back on May 14, 2025, and we actually approved the removal. The issue was that it was our understanding that you were going to come back with the drawings, show the committee about the changes that you said took place, so that we could have voted on the new establishment, knowing that
We
those
did submit them. We did
At-
submit them.
submit them to the SLA, but not the community
No,
board.
no, we did submit them to you guys. And then you guys decided to state what you just mentioned, but everything was submitted at once. We came 3 times last year for the same exact thing.
I know that.
Mr. Chair, do we have those papers?
It was not submitted with this renewal. The floor plan was not submitted. It was not a requirement for the renewal. But for the new licenses, the floor plan is a requirement.
Yes.
But
And it was
doing the renewal,
submitted back in our meeting in May. It was submitted.
Again, that's for the May 14th was a vote for the removal, not for the new license.
Okay, so how can we resubmit this? Because this is like going a back and forth situation. The bathrooms got redone and everything else got redone.
This is what I recommend for you guys. If you could send the floor plan indicating like that the restrooms are now accessible. And this is going to be a stipulation for the new members.
We'd send y'all pictures before we even open up. We sent pictures and everything. If not, I would have never been opened up.
Again, we're trying to work out with you the details to make sure that you move forward. So we like to work together, making sure that we get what we require as a community. And if we can approve that when you send us this information, fine. But we need the floor plan to indicate that those issues that were brought to you back in May, that they are rectified. Is that
Okay.
something that you'll be willing to do?
Yeah, that's fine.
No
And
problem.
so, before I move on to the 34th precinct, the idea, committee members, is that they will submit photos and documentation about the floor plan, where they would indicate that the restrooms and the front door are fully accessible. And for those of you that do not know how accessibility works, it means that there has to be a restroom that will be wide enough so someone that can come in with a walker and or a wheelchair, and they will have no issues in getting around the space of the restroom. Also, for the front space and the step, for every feet in height, there has to be a 12-inch incline that anyone in a wheelchair will have easy accessibility to come in, that they will not have to be carried over to the space. So in case there are like 2 steps or a feet, there has to be that ramp built in. If it's lower, then maybe 3 inches and a small concrete ramp will suffice. But let me move now to the 34th precinct to see if they have any concern. Officer Tavares, you have the floor.
Good evening. We have no disapproval for this establishment. We're actually in contact with them and trying to work out any issues that may come up. But at the moment, there are no issues with this establishment.
Excellent. Maybe so you've been in contact with Tavares with them. That's good to hear.
Yes.
Okay. Committee members, do you have any questions? So based on Lisette, you have the floor.
Officer Tavares, I have a question for you. Do you receive a lot of noise complaints, being that it's open till 3 a.m., like all week, I believe, right?
I personally do not receive noise complaints from that specific location now.
Okay, thank you so much.
And that is something that, it is of concern, taking into account that the hours that they requested to open up on daily on 3 a.m. would have been a concern for me. Because having that 7 days a week for me is a really serious concern. But that's something that I can consider when I vote. Hector, you have the floor.
Yeah, the question is for the owner, Carlos, correct? That's your name?
Yes.
How has business been? Because I know I've had the pleasure of going to your previous establishment and it was great. And I know 207 is about twice the size. So how has business been for you, despite all the hurdles you had with like the massive leak in your past establishment?
Great. I got to fix everything. Got 4 amazing good days throughout the week. Happy hours starting to turn around. We got definitely a bigger menu when it comes down to the food, because now we can be able to do hot plates, different dishes compared to where I was in Dykeman, because it was smaller kitchen. It was electric. Over here is more it's gas, so I'm able to do more. But the turnaround is amazing. I'd say I was out for 13 months, but the regulars and everybody that used to come before, now they know that we there. They go to the old establishment, so I have to put a sign because that establishment is still closed.
Right.
But I'm kind of steady, so I'm kind of blessed.
That's great. Sir. Love to hear that.
Robbie, you have the
Thank you.
floor.
Mr. Chair, just a question. Do we have all the documentation, the full plans and everything? Do they submit everything in one shot? Because they're supposed to submit it again, not last year of the 2025 April. They submitted it for removal, but now they're supposed to submit everything again for our, for us to take in consideration. Did they submit it?
On this application, they have not submitted. What we're trying to do is to ask them to submit the floor plan to make sure that this place is fully accessible as we have requested. Melissa, you have the floor.
Yeah, this question is for Carlos. I guess I just wanted to know like how the issue has been with parking, because I know 207, like there's always a huge issue with double parking there. And have you had valet parking? Like what, just give us a breakdown on how parking is.
Okay, so I know you guys had concerns with noise complaints where it comes from everybody outside, the music, from the cars and everything else. So we got a valet 7 days a week. No matter what, if it's slow, busy, it's a little cost, but I try to prevent from, try to prevent anything from just the 311s and the calls to the precinct and to you guys. As the gentleman Christopher said from 34 precinct, we've been in touch. We just had a meeting last week, which went great. They also aware and also help us out throughout the week for the double parking. So they have a couple of cops patrolling on foot between me, Icon, and Mofongo House. It's been great. So, like I said, we all working together to keep the noise down. The double parkings throughout the week, because I know, 5, 6 o'clock, the buses already start. The bus lane. So we try to get everybody out before that, but we be out before that anyway. So this hasn't been an issue yet. And
Okay, and where are the
continue to do the bus.
valet parkers? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Where are the valet parkers parking the cars?
From what I know, they're using a parking lot, which is around the corner. And then usually throughout the week is not a problem because there's usually parking on 207 and further down like in Sherman area. So they try to keep it off the main street.
Okay, but you
and
mentioned
so-
that there's Icon parking. Is Icon parking retained by Dykeman Bar and Grill, or has somebody else?
No.
retained Icon parking?
They have their own valet. But I'm just
Okay,
saying
so
between
Dykeman Bar
all
and
three
Grill
of
has
us,
not, they have not employed or contracted with any valet service?
we are we're not contract with no one, but we don't the valets that they there usually the ones we don't pay them nothing, so they come on their own, which is great because that's how they make their money. So I don't contract them, but they see that it's traffic throughout the week, so they'll come throughout the week and it kind of helps us out. So I don't know how they do it with Icon and Mofongo House. I don't know how they work, but I know on the weekends I know I have them throughout the week. Like I said, they come. So it's end of the day, that's how they valet. That's how they make their money. So it doesn't fear me. It doesn't fear them. So and it actually works for both of us anyway.
So to answer your question, Melissa, I believe that it's illegal to hire valet parking, and that's why you don't see an engagement between the valet parking people and the establishments. This is like independent, meaning that if they're not associated with the operators, these are independent. Like anyone can come in, establish a post, and claim that they're doing valet parking, but that's actually not legal.
No, I know that. Yeah, I assume that. So, yeah. I know it's a huge issue in Inwood, so.
Yeah, it's a huge issue. So at this point, I'd like to introduce three steps on this particular application, which is one, to put a good neighbor sign, which you can get Carlos and Nicole from the community board. You can request them to send you the new neighbor sign, which will also will have a phone number. You will put a phone number of someone that will be present to rectify any problems that might arise. In case any neighbors will have an issue, they can call a particular number and rectify the problem right there and then. Besides that, we also like to request proof of documentation as far as like the floor plans, indicating that the issue of the steps have been rectified, and also about the restrooms. I'm going to open up now the floor for committee members to see if they want to bring in a different step. If not, I recommend I go to a straight vote.
I guess here are no objections. We can move straight to a vote. Following with the order of chair, vice chair, Robin, Melissa, Lizette, Catherine, then Tracy. Chair, how do you vote?
I'm going to abstain.
Abstain. I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
No.
Melissa, how do you vote?
No.
Lizette, how do you vote?
I vote yes.
Lizette votes yes. Catherine, how do you vote?
Yes.
Catherine votes yes. Tracy, how do you vote?
I vote yes.
Yes, that is 4 in favor of this, 1 abstention, and 2 in opposition. This motion passes.
Congratulations, both Carlos and Nicole. Please send us the documents that we have requested as a stipulation, no later than Friday, February
13.
20th. No later than 5:00 p.m. So please send the office those documents. And if you have my email, please feel free and CC us in it, both Hector and myself. I believe you can see our email there, so please write them down and CC us on it. We need to receive that as requested by February 20th before 5 p.m. Carlos and Nicole, please understand that if we do not receive those documents by Friday, the 20th, I'm going to be obligated to ask the board to reverse the vote from a positive to a negative. So please send us those documents as soon as you can to prevent that problem, all right?
No problem.
Thank you.
Melissa, do you have a question before we proceed?
No.
Very well. So thank you, Carlos and Nicole. You have a good night, and we wish you all the best.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Have a good
Good
night.
evening, you.
I couldn't figure out how to raise my hand. So I apologize for interrupting. I wanted to do it before you got into something else. Miguel Acosta is trying to become a participant and he says he's unable to do that. Can somebody help with that?
Miguel
Do we
Acosta.
have
Give me
anyone from
one
the
second.
office?
I see him in the attendees. He's joining right now. Thank you, Ken.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that. Sorry to interrupt.
No worries
Thank
at
you.
all.
Thank you so
Wonderful.
much for this application passes with 3 steps in place. Let's move on to the next one, please.
Wonderful. The next location, number 2 on our list of renewals, will be El Nuevo Capri 2 Restaurant Corp. located at 1497 St. Nicholas Avenue at the corner of 185th Street. Do we have a representative?
Hi, guys. Aurelia Tavares here, representative for El Capri. We're withdrawing this application because they're not ready to make the changes they're not ready for the to file this renewal. And we're early on this renewal, just so you know.
Thank you so much, Aurelia. So this application has been withdrawn, so there's no need to have any discussion on this matter, and we should
Thank you.
proceed and item.
Wonderful. Thank you, Aurelia. Our next applicant is applicant number 3, 3 Triple D Inc. DBA doing business as Toboga Room, located at 421 West 202 Street between 9th Avenue and 10th Avenue. Do we have a representative for the establishment?
Yes, how you doing, guys? Good evening. Miguel Acosta representing Toboga Room.
How's it
Welcome on
going?
board, Miguel.
Thank you,
For
thank you.
members, this is a renewal of Toboga, which is located at 421 West 102nd Street. The last time that this applicant came to the board, that was back in 2019 for a corporate change. That was actually a couple of years ago. And Miguel, I see that this license already expired.
Yes, we just got the certificate this week.
Okay, so you received the certificate. Very well. Do you know what letter grade you got on the last health inspection?
Give me 1 second, open up the file. Yeah, based on the picture that they had sent me, they received an A.
Okay, that's great. That's going to go into the record. Thank you so much. For the precinct, this is a request to renew the license. They already received the certificate. But I'd like to hear officially the opinion of 34 precinct. Officer Tavares, what is the opinion of the 34 precinct?
No objections on Toboga at the moment. It's also another establishment that we're speaking to and try to coordinate with, so things can continue to go smoothly.
Thank you so much, Officer Tavares. I'm glad that that process of communication between PD and obviously our merchants, which are extremely important to our community. On that note, I'm going to open the floor. I don't see any residents with questions. Committee members, do you have any questions? Seeing none, I'm going to request the 2 steps, which are the good neighbor sign and the phone number, to be displayed at this establishment. Before I move on, I see that it said you have a question. Please proceed. You have the floor.
Sorry. It took me a second to unmute. Officer Tavares, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to pick on you, but I do have a clarifying question. When you say you're working with these establishments, and it's to improve conditions, it's because it's been prior cases of possible altercations or issues? Is it parking issues only outside, exterior, or is it also internal issues that are going on?
Yeah, in some cases it is that it's previous issues that we've had, the community has had. I'm generalizing it, so I'm not going to say that that's the exact reason that that's the exact same issues that are going on with Toboga. But yes, we're either in close communication so we can make sure that there's less complaints moving forward, or in communication because there were complaints before, either regarding parking, regarding altercations, because those are usually the main 2 or 3: altercations, parking, or 311 calls regarding noise.
Okay, so thank you so much for that, officer. I have a follow-up.
Absolutely.
So how can we, at the time of, let's say right now, application renewal, process of voting, how can we get information as to the amount of complaints that have been filed? Can you provide that to our meeting? Like, let's say we're speaking about this application and you're saying, okay, I don't have, anything against it, approve, we're working on improvements, but how can we get an idea of the gravity? Or let's say if it's just 1 complaint or 50 complaints, like how can we work better with the community?
I can absolutely. I'm not gonna be able to do that now. Run numbers is what we call it. Run numbers on regarding calls and 311 complaints and that sort of stuff. But the other issue is where that's why we tend to, like, if one establishment gets punished, we kind of
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, let me step in. Hey, how you guys doing? It's Lieutenant Woloski from the 3-4. So Lizette brings up a good point. If we have prior to the meeting because unfortunately I didn't get the invite for the meeting until a couple of hours ago today. So if we can get, I know there's a scheduled one for next February. I'm sorry, for March, the second Wednesday. So if someone can relay to us which locations are on the agenda to be voted on, then I can have the homework done and I can give a quick little breakdown of how many 311 calls, 911 calls, complaints, arrests were affected in the establishment in question. And I can, if I'm not on the meeting, I can have Chris do it or whoever's on the meeting, but I'll try to be on myself. But if we get an agenda of who's going to be voted on, we can definitely do our homework leading up to the day of the meeting. And then obviously we have no issue sharing that with you all. And I think
Thank
that'll
you.
be very helpful to making an informed decision on each specific location.
Thank you, Lieutenant. How do you spell your name?
Thank you so
Last
much.
name again?
WOLOSKI. I'm sorry, I'm a little late. I had some trouble logging in, but Chris was able to help me get on.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's something that as a community we have to improve on, and I'm glad that Lisette brought those issues up. The prisons should receive a complete agenda with a description of what is being requested, because otherwise they are coming in and not fully understanding the gravity that some of our operators might be having. Previously, they received, the prison received the background information, the agenda, so they could have come up with a thorough understanding that we're going to ask specific questions, like Lisette brought up. And that way the committee will have an informed way to know how they're going to vote. It's critical that the information that the prison brings us, because that's how we're going to vote. If the prison brings an issue of a particular, operator, I'm going to probably not vote in favor or maybe abstain. And that is something that can affect how we proceed in committee. Catherine, we have the floor.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just saw the package, the email package we all received on Friday, and there's at least 10 NYPD emails on there for both 33rd and 34. I understand that 34 precinct particularly has had a lot of turnover. So what could maybe be helpful is, since y'all are here tonight, just in the chat, throw in your email with the hosts and panelists. Well, only we will receive it, and then that way we can forward it to the office so that that list gets updated. And that way the right people get the package, because it's not just the agenda, but I think what's good that the office does do is send y'all like all the resolutions, all of the supporting materials. So if there are any edits on top of that, maybe you're not aware of, they're included there.
Yeah, definitely. If we can get all that, that would be perfect. Yeah, I think you're right. It's just it's probably just a turnover issue, and people that are getting these emails are no longer, in the positions relevant to these meetings.
Thank you so much, Catherine. That's why you were the chair. Thank you so much. So officers, if you're so kind, please throw in your email address so we can invite you and send you the right information for our next meeting. I see that we have the president of the 33rd precinct. If you're so kind, please introduce yourself to the rest of the committee. 33rd, you have the floor.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Officer Jimenez from the 33rd Precinct Community Affairs. I believe this will be my first time doing the licensing committee. Due to supervisor availability, we don't have usually, I believe it's either a sergeant or lieutenant that does this meeting. But I'm in now. If you guys have any questions pertaining to the restaurant that what is the name?
So we have some that on your perimeter, and then once we address those one, then we can ask you to provide your opinion. We'll bring it up.
Okay, sounds good.
And that'll be Officer Jimenez, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Welcome on board.
Thank
Hector, you have a question. Please proceed.
Yes, this is for Officer Jimenez. Do you have direct communication with SOL at the 33rd? Or are you just filling in because there's just no one else to attend this meeting?
Do I have the
like direct
supervisor
communication
available to speak to right now?
No, do you have direct communication with the special ops lieutenant who's usually charged with like quality of life initiatives in your command?
Right, I do speak to him, yes. He's not available at this moment, but I do, yes.
Okay, so it usually gives you a rundown of all the establishments and problematic establishments in the confines of your precinct, correct?
Not to me, no. He provides it to the commanding officer and to a crime prevention officer.
Okay. No, the only reason why I'm asking is just to understand how informative your input would be versus like a general officer in the confines versus an officer that's tasked directly with quality of life initiatives in the confines of the 33rd.
Right, I understand your question. So the purpose of my being here is more of a availability. Since the SOL is not able to be here, nor neither of their other supervisors, I've been tasked to be here with you guys. So if there's any concerns or issues, I would take a note and provide my supervisors with that information. So regarding the establishments themselves, I don't have information on them as of right now. But if any of you require that information, I'll be able to provide that to you guys at a later time.
Okay, wonderful. Can you do me a favor and just drop your email so that way I could email you to obtain like the SOL and the other interested parties from your commands, just to update their contact as well, to send them over the agenda prior to our next meeting, if that's okay with you, Officer Jimenez?
Yes, not a problem.
Wonderful.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So let's proceed to a vote with 2 steps in place, which will be the good neighbor sign. And also, Miguel, a phone number to be displayed on the same sign. So it'll be a good neighbor sign, also a phone number.
Not
Then
a problem.
further steps from committee members? If not, let's proceed to a vote.
Hearing none, I guess we could move to a vote. Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair votes in favor. I vote yes in favor. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin votes yes. Melissa, how do you vote?
Yes.
Melissa votes yes. Lizette, how do you vote?
Yes.
Lizette votes yes. Catherine, how do you vote?
Yes.
Catherine votes yes. Tracy, how do you vote?
Yes.
Wonderful. We have 7 in favor. This motion passes.
Congratulations, Miguel.
Thank you very much, guys. I'll stick around. I have a couple of
Establish
meetings.
the 2 steps and make sure that this posted on the establishment. On
Not
that
a
note,
problem.
I request that we move to our next agenda item.
Thank you.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you, Chair. The next agenda item that's on the list for renewals is the Metropolitan Museum of Art, Restaurant Associates, DBA Tree Cafe, located at 99 Margaret Corbin Drive, inside Fort Tryon Park, the Cloisters. Do we have a representative for this establishment?
Yes, we do. Hello, my name is Noelle Lee. I'm an assistant general counsel at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I'm joined by Christopher Blumlow, who's a representative of Restaurant Associates, co-licensee on the liquor license, as well as Amanda Taylor, who is an attorney at Skeen Law Firm, our outside counsel. And I want to just apologize for my background and any background noise. I wasn't aware that today's meeting was virtual only, so I'm sitting in the lobby of the community board office, but present.
We apologize that you were not notified earlier.
No.
Because of the
No worries
inclement
at all.
weather, the chair decided that it would be a risk. And I think that having the meeting virtually can prevent a lot of issues. So apologies on behalf of Community Board 12. We'll make sure that it doesn't happen again, that you receive
worries at all.
information. This is a really beautiful establishment. This is a seasonal license. They have been present for a while. They submitted a complete application, including posting the sign. The last time that they were inspected by the health department, they received an A. The last time that they came to this community board was back in February 28, 2023. There was no objection. This is a great establishment with great service, great view, and this is within the purview of 34th precinct. Officer Tavares, what's the opinion of 34th precinct?
No disapproval on this establishment.
Very well. Thank you so much, Officer Taveras. On that note, I'm checking to see if there are any residents with comments. Seeing none, I'm going to open the floor now for committee members to see if they have any questions. Seeing none, we will only request the two steps, which are to display a good neighbor sign along with a phone number. I know that you don't have residents there. That's not a problem, and based on the hours that you're going to stay open will not be a problem anyway. But just to be consistent with how we have requested all applicants, we're going to request that you have a good neighbor sign posted along with the phone number of a manager that is present. In case there are any problems, God forbid, that they will call the manager right then, and the issue will be rectified. Would that be something that you oppose, Mel?
No, we can definitely do that.
Excellent. On that note, if there are no questions, committee members, I'm going to request that we go to a straight vote. Saying no, let's proceed to a straight vote.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Melissa, how do you vote?
Yes.
Lizette, how do you vote?
Yes.
Catherine, how do you vote?
Yes.
Tracy, how do you vote?
Yes.
That's 5 in favor of this motion.
Very well. Thank you so much, Hector. So, no, congratulations. The community board approves the renewal of this application. We wish you all the best. And if you have any questions, please feel free and call us anytime. But
Thank you
until
very
then,
much. And I'm so sorry. Another applicant is also in the lobby, and she needs some help getting moved to a participant of the call. Would you?
So Dr. Flora Luyando from Mellow Times representing the cannabis dispensary, because I also wasn't aware or informed that it was going to be all virtual. So I'm here as well.
before you leave, we didn't receive an application on cannabis. Hector, are you familiar, or Catherine, if we're going to have an application? Because we didn't receive that on the agenda.
I did not receive anything either, and I tried to promote you, but it appears that you declined the request to be promoted.
No, that's incorrect. We sent all the information. I even spoke to Viola that was in the staff and sent all
Okay.
the requirements before the deadline for
Okay.
everything that was posted in front of the building on 190th and Washington Heights. And so all that information was sent. I'd even called 2 days beforehand to make sure that everything was correct and anything that I needed to present Mellow Times. We are a Latino minority-based cannabis dispensary with wellness, and my background is holistic medicine. So we're combining it in the neighborhood to provide wellness, that it is a medicine.
Catherine, are you aware of this application that is coming over to the community workers? I didn't receive any background on it.
I only saw it, I think, at the end of last month, and my understanding was that it was going to the cannabis task force meeting at the beginning of the month. And I guess I learned tonight along with like I learned tonight when you announced it that it's gonna be cannabis and SLA at this meeting. So I guess I'm just curious. I'm sorry, I don't know your name representing Mellow Times. Were you supposed to be Flora?
Yes, Doctora
Okay.
Flora Luyando.
Okay, Doctora, were you supposed to, I guess my question is, were you gonna present at the beginning of the month and then they rescheduled you to tonight, or? And I'm just asking because there was a change into who does the OCM cannabis licenses. So,
Right.
and we didn't know.
Originally, they gave us the information that was supposed to be in the beginning of the month. And when I spoke specifically to make sure that there was clarification, I called directly because it was through email, stating that the meeting, is it going to be confirmed in the beginning of the month on the 6th? And they said, no, they changed it to the 11th. I spoke to Paola and the staff, and I sent every information. And I also spoke to someone else, the assistant there, Miriam, and they said that everything was a go and that I was supposed to present today for Mellow Times. I'm one of the co-owners of Mellow Times.
I'm going to see if we can reach out to Anthony. The committee will not be able to review this application because we did not receive the background information. So we cannot ask any questions because we don't know anything about this application.
So my question to you is, am I speaking to, who is it, Medina? Is that the one that's speaking?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Is it the questions that were on the questionnaire form? Because I have it in front of me and also sent. Is that what you're stating?
Right. So I don't know much about this task force. I know that we help out in developing the questionnaire that you have at hand, but there are requirements that you have to submit, including the floor plans. You have to submit a proof of the public notice. You have to submit a complete questionnaire, and you present. But because we did not receive this information beforehand, there's no way that we can actually vote on the matter because we don't have all the information available. The chair did inform me that all of the application from cannabis were going to be transferred over to licensing. I was expecting to receive your application on the agenda, but the agenda that we received doesn't have this cannabis application.
Interesting, but I wanted to make a statement that we sent all that information, everything that you listed just now, we send it. We sent the lease, the floor mat, the everything that you asked for, the questionnaire, everything. So unfortunately, it wasn't our end. So I just want to make sure that we get notated that we did show up for this, so it doesn't seem like there was a no-show under Mellow Times.
And I know that, and I apologize for all this mess, but we are actually in a transition where new chair is taking over, Anthony Viola. We also have a new DM coming over for the community board, and I'm sure that was lost in the transition. That's not an excuse because we should have received the documents. I can only promise you that we can make sure that you can appear on our next licensing meeting. Again, I truly apologize because you took your time, you submitted other required documentation, you showed up, that'll be noted on the record. And the thing is that we cannot vote because we don't know what we're voting on.
Absolutely, totally understood. So I'm glad that you were able to understand our part, that we did everything on our end that was required, and that we're notated that we did show up, and that we will continue on and do what we need to do for the community and work with you guys.
Noted. I'll reach out to the chair and Hector, please remind me to make sure that this is clear because both Paola and the assistant that is working there, they knew about this and somehow it was lost in transition. But let's make sure that this doesn't happen ever again.
Understood.
And so this would delay for us for opening, correct? It would delay the process now for us to open up the cannabis dispensary in the location in Washington Heights?
It would open up,
Yes.
it would delay it for a month.
Okay.
And that's why I'm apologizing to you on behalf of the board, because that means paying an extra month of rent. And we're here to assist the small businesses, not to put any barriers or obstacles, but to assist. And again, I feel really bad and I truly apologize for the mix-up. We
Not
hope
a problem.
a problem that will be a one-time issue and will get rectified.
Good. And how can I confirm that everything that was said today, get it through email so that everything can also be listed and with confirmation that is noted? Instead of verbally, also, can we also have that in written form and emailed to
Yes,
my
so
email?
I think that you can see our email addresses, both the vice chair, which is Hector, and myself. So please see us on it and
Okay.
ask either Paola or the assistant to make sure that you are on the licensing agenda for next month.
But let me, because it wasn't working on my end, so I'm just gonna take a picture of your email address.
Please.
And then the other one, who's the other one?
Hector Bonilla,
Ah, right there, Hector Bonilla.
cb@gmail.com. So it's Hector Bonilla, cb@gmail.com. And mine is Isidro.Medina, cb12@gmail.com.
Yeah, Hector Bonilla, cp@gmail.com, and then usted Isidro, yeah,
Medina.
Medina. Okay, got it.
Excellent. We
Thank you
apologize
so
once
much.
again. We are looking forward to seeing you next month.
Yeah, thank you so much. Buenas noches.
Take care, Dr. Flora.
Gracias.
On that note, let's proceed to the next agenda item, please.
Wonderful. Moving to the 5th on our renewal for on-premise liquor licenses is Trustees of Columbia University in the city in the city of New York, DBA Faculty Club, located at 630 West 168th Street on the 4th floor between Fort Washington and Broadway. Do we have a representative for this establishment?
Yes, Michael Alberto here, representing trustees of Columbia University Faculty Club.
Hi, Alberto, how are you?
I'm doing well, Isidro. How are you?
Doing very well. This is a request to renew the application for this particular applicant. They're based within the hospital. It's a really nice place where a lot of receptions take place. They did submit a complete application the last time that they came to the board back in March 26, 2024. There was no objection from the board. This is within the Prairie 33rd precinct. So within that, I will ask Officer Jimenez to provide his insight about this request. Officer Jimenez, do you have anything to add?
We don't have any concerns or issues with the establishment.
So there's no objection by 33rd precinct. Do we have any comments from committee members? Audience, I see Tracy, you have your hand up. Please, you have the floor.
My question is this location a public location or is this a private club?
So our business is open to anyone who's inside of the medical center, because it is inside the building, is on the 4th floor of the VP&S building. So people, our guests, to answer your question, yes, it's open to public, but they have to get into the campus via they're visiting someone or something along those lines. There's no like private entrance from someone. They have to pass through the Columbia University public safety to gain access to us.
May I ask a clarifying question, Isidro?
Yes, please.
Okay. Recognizing that anyone that would get to this establishment would have to go through public security, but do they need an individual like invitation to be there? So just as clarifying is that I, as just a member of the community, if I go through security, I can go, or do I have to be visiting someone? Do you get the distinction?
I totally understand. And the answer is no, you don't need a special invitation. We operate as a grab and go cafe, and we service most of the hospital staff and the medical center staff Monday through Friday. And then we're open for, we do events, catering events happen in that establishment as well.
Thank you for clarifying. I appreciate it. No further questions.
Yeah, based on my experience, I've been there on a lot of events as is catering services, and they do need a license. Other CUNY schools also have a cafeteria where alcohol is served, particularly wine. So they also need a catering license in place as well. But like you said, they have to go to security, just like if you go, let's say, to any CUNY schools, you also have to go through security just to make sure that, they can identify who you are. And once they're into the premise, if they see there's a minor, obviously they cannot serve to minors, and I'm sure that's already understood. On that note, we're going to Alberto ask that you post a good neighbor sign, which you can get from the office, and that's going to have a phone number just in case there are any issues. And not that you need it, because I know this is a very controlled audience that you always have, but we want to be consistent that we request other applicants the same steps in place. And you can get this from the community board, request that they send you over the good neighbor sign, you can post that, and that'll be it. Do you have any questions, Alberto?
Not at all. We will absolutely comply with the good neighbor sign.
Excellent. Seeing no further questions, I recommend that we go to a straight vote. Hector, if you please proceed with the vote.
Absolutely, Chair. Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I also vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin votes yes. Melissa, how do you vote? Melissa,
I
how
think
do you
she's
vote?
frozen.
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
wonderful. Thank you, Tracy. Lizette, how do you vote?
I vote yes.
Lizette votes yes. Catherine, how do you vote?
Yes.
Catherine votes yes. Tracy, how do you vote?
Yes.
Tracy votes yes. That is 7 in favor of this motion. It passes.
Thank you so much, Hector. Alberto, congratulations. I hope you guys open up soon. It's a beautiful place. And if you have no questions, I wish you good night.
Thank you all for your time.
You're very welcome. On that note, please proceed with the agenda. Hector.
Wonderful. We are moving to the 6th applicant on the renewal on-premise liquor license. And this is going to be GFE George Frank Edward Dyckman Street LLC DBA doing business as Taco Bell Cantina located at 175th Dyckman Street between Vermilion Avenue and Sherman Avenue. Do we have a representative for this establishment? Once again, DBA Taco Bell Cantina at 175 Dyckman Street between Vermilion Avenue and Sherman Avenue. Do we have a representative for this establishment?
On that note, for the new committee members, whenever we have applicants for renewals, right? If they submit a complete application and there are no questions either by residents, committee members, or PV, we will tend to vote in favor because they have completed the required documentations, there are no issues. So who are we to prevent them to renew the license, right? However, when we have a case where an applicant did not submit a complete application and they're not present, we tend to vote automatically to reject the application. But again, you as a board member, you can vote how you want, but traditionally, that's how the committee has functioned before. And on that note, if there are no questions, Hector, let's proceed to a vote.
Wonderful. Chair, how do you vote?
No.
I abstain. Robin, how do you vote?
No.
Melissa, how do you vote?
No.
Lizette, how do you vote?
No.
Catherine, how do you vote?
No.
Tracy, how do you vote?
No.
Chair, can I change my vote? How does that work if I want to go back and change my vote?
We haven't finished up the vote yet, so you can
Okay.
change it.
Yeah, I would like to change my vote from abstention to a no. And that brings it to 7 in opposition of this motion.
Very well, excellent. On that note, this application fails. And let's proceed to the next agenda item, please.
Wonderful. Thank you, Chair. So the next segment of our applicants will be renewal restaurant wine licenses. Our first, number 7 in the list is N&M Pizza Bar at 2048 Amsterdam Avenue at the corner of West 162nd Street. Do we have a representative? Again, the establishment is N&M Pizza Bar Inc., located at 2048 Amsterdam Avenue at the corner of West 162nd Street, and this is a renewal restaurant wine license. Do we have a representative?
Okay, same here. They submitted an incomplete application. And also something to add, the last time that this applicant came on board, the board actually rejected or objected to the renewal. So if there are no questions, I request that we go to straight vote.
Hearing none, Chair, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no. Robin, how do you vote? Robin, how do you vote?
Come back to
No.
Robin.
Oh,
No.
Thank you, Robin. Melissa, how do you vote?
No.
Melissa votes no. Lizette, how do you vote?
No.
Lizette votes no. Catherine, how do you vote?
No. No.
Thank you, Catherine. Tracy, how do you vote?
No.
Tracy votes no. That is 7 in opposition of this application. It does not pass.
Thank you so much, Hector. Let's proceed to the next agenda item, please.
Wonderful. Proceeding to the next agenda item, number 8 on our list, the second renewal for restaurant wine license is Stover Asbab Hawk Enterprises, LLC, DBA Addis Ababa Ethiopian Cuisine, located at 736 West 181st Street at the corner of McGraw Place. Do we have a representative for this establishment?
We should have two. Hello, Peter Schock here. I don't know if Nardos is available. It's Stover Asphalt Schock Enterprises LLC, but our DBA is Addis Ababa Ethiopian Cuisine. Clearly, I'm not the chef at the Ethiopian restaurant. It's my wife and her sisters who run this wonderful establishment. We're just trying to renew our beer and wine license. I can't imagine there's been any complaints. We run a really, I think it's a lovely place, and there's no hard alcohol. It's it's just an accompaniment to really great food.
Excellent. I see that you have a new member that would like to introduce herself. Do you have the floor? You're muted.
Is Nardos there? She was having trouble. My partner was having trouble logging on. I can just...
Like
Can you hear
she's
me
here.
now?
Yeah.
Sorry.
There she is. There she is.
Oh
There
my
she
God.
is.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I was having trouble with finding it. Okay. Yes, my name is Nardos Asfal, part owner of the restaurant. Nice to meet you all.
Welcome on board. Based on my experience, I know that this is a really nice establishment. It's unique because I believe this is the only Ethiopian food restaurant that we have north of perhaps 119th Street. So I really like the place. I know the place really well. They did submit a complete application. The last time that they were graded, they received an A. And the last time they came to this community board back in September 26th, 2023, for the renewal, there was no objection. This is with the purview of 34 precinct. Officer Tavares, what is the opinion of 34 precinct?
No objection from the 34th precinct either. Like it's been mentioned, I never met Peter, but I've met the young lady, and very pleasant and great establishment. So yes, no objections from us.
Officer, thank you so much.
I'll pass by to meet you also, Peter. Sorry that I'm not showing myself. I'm driving right now.
I look forward to it, and I know Nardos, who you have met.
Yes, I have.
Excellent. On that note, we're going to request 2 steps, which are going to be for you to display a phone number, someone that will be in charge, in case any neighbors have any questions regarding the operation, that they can call you guys and rectify the problem right there and then before it reaches to a 911 and or PD complaint. That same sign will also have something about the good neighbor sign. You should post this on your window where it will be visible, or door, and that'll be our request unless other committee members will have any steps to recommend. Seeing none, Hector, I recommend that we go to a straight vote.
Your Honor, can I just ask for the steps that you identified? Is there some way we could get them in writing just to make sure we comply with them?
Right. Please call the community board office and request the good neighbor sign. They can either email it to you or send it over to you via regular mail.
But insofar as I understood it, you wanted a phone number posted so that if there's a problem to call.
Correct.
And then what was the other issue? Was there another issue, or?
So that sign that you're going to get from the community board will also have a space where you can put in your phone number or someone that's in charge. So on that same form, you can put in the phone number. It will have a space for you to put the phone number.
Okay, certainly. Sorry, Nardos.
No, that's okay. I got it now.
That was somewhat of a joke. Okay, thank you so much. I really we all appreciate your time. I know you're very busy. If you have any questions of us, please, we're here to answer them.
Yeah.
You have been a great establishment, and that'll be part of the record as well. On that note, let's proceed to a vote, please.
Wonderful. Chair, how do you vote?
So I can't vote because of a conflict. This particular restaurant belongs within the perimeter of the bid, and as executive director of the bid, I cannot vote on this matter because they are part of my perimeter.
Wonderful. I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin votes yes. Melissa, how do you vote?
Yes.
Melissa votes yes. Lizette, how do you vote?
Yes.
Thank you. Catherine, how do you vote?
Yes.
Catherine votes yes. Tracy, how do you vote?
Yes.
That's 6 in favor of this application, Chair.
Thank you so much. So congratulations. To
Thank you very much.
And to you, Nardus, I know that you have been operating greatly, and we wish you a lot of success.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
And if
Have
any
a
of
good
you have not tried Ethiopian food, please, you should. It's really fantastic. And especially the way my sister-in-law makes it, it's so anyways, we hope you will come by, and we do try to run a nice place.
Well, you have. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
You have a good night.
You too.
So Hector, if you're so kind, let's proceed to the next agenda item, please.
Thank you, Chair. So we are moving to the final segment of our agenda, which is new on-premise liquor license applicants. Number 9, the first of 3 will be Sensu Garden Corporation, which is at 3764 9th Avenue between West 201st Street and West 202nd Street. Do we have a representative for this establishment?
Yes, good evening once again. This is Miguel Acosta representing Sisu Garden Corporation. I have the president and owner, Kenneth Sagristano. He's present, I believe, at the board. This application came before the board last month. We withdrew the application due to a discrepancy with the menu. So I'm hoping everything is in order. There was additional supplements that were provided in reference to some questions that were addressed by the committee last month, and those additional supplements will support any questions that you may have with regards to the location, previous ownership or possession, and including the menu and method of operation and a public interest statement with regards to the 500-foot hearing.
Thank you so much, Miguel. Again, this is a new request for a liquor license, which is going to be located as Hector indicated, West 201st and 202nd Street. They did submit a complete questionnaire, which include, for the new members that to know, they must submit a copy of the menu, a copy of the floor plan, also submit a complete questionnaire. And from there, we can direct a lot of questions about the new establishment. But for the purpose of information, this is an establishment that, based on the questionnaire, it will have the following information. First, they would like to stay open on a daily basis from 12 p.m. to 4 a.m. The establishment will have 299 people as capacity. They are going to employ about 25 people, and they're going to have about 29 tables, about 116 chairs, and about 18 bar stools. They are requesting that they're going to have the method of operation includes live music.
No live music.
No live music.
No live music. You have DJ,
That's it.
no jukebox, and no karaoke, no live music once again. you are indicating that you're going to have this place with sound limiter and that this place will be effectively soundproofed. Let's proceed with first the 34th precinct to see what the recommendation is. Officer Taveras, what is the opinion of the 34th precinct regarding this application for a new on-premise liquor license on 202nd Street and 9th Avenue?
I heard everything except the name. What's the name of this establishment?
It's called Sisu Garden Corporation. That'll be the name. I don't know about the DBA, but the name of the establishment is Sisu. Am I pronouncing that correct, Miguel, or what?
Yes, Sisu.
Okay. No objections.
No objection by the 34th precinct. Question that I have. First about the name. What is the name? Is this like
It's actually a Finnish word for extraordinary determination in the face of extreme adversity. Courage beyond normal.
Courage beyond normal. That's good. I don't know Finnish, but it's good to hear. So I do have some question about the hours of operations. It is something that I, on my end, would not approve to have this establishment open on a daily basis from until 4 a.m. That's something that I would not approve, but I'm going to open the floor for committee members for questions. I see Hector, you have the floor.
Yeah, just to piggyback off our previous opening of the establishment, I just wanted to note that last session, the chair of the board, Anthony Viola, did raise concerns of the menu not having prices as well as a drink menu to see if it was a good fit for the neighborhood, to see if it was too costly. Just to clarify, while looking at the application, the owner, Ken, he did provide a menu with drinks and prices for the menu.
They did provide a copy of the menu, and they do have the prices.
Yes, correct. It was addressed in the previous meeting, so we made sure that everything is in order. In reference to the hours of operation, basically, the business might not open every day till 4 a.m. Basically, my client is looking for the flexible hours with regards to being able to provide the establishment when he's going to do events where he doesn't have any limitations in comparison to other establishments that are in the neighborhood that are already allowed to open till 4 a.m. So right now, the restrictions with regards to the hours are coming from the community board, but by law in the state of New York, the licensing department allows every business, if there is no restriction from the community board, to operate till 4 a.m. So that's basically a flexibility. There might be days that they're open till 4 a.m. There might be nights that till midnight, depending on what type of event is being held, or if it's just a regular night for dinner. So that's what we are presenting to the liquor authority, and basically looking for the support of the community board. So it's, as you see in the application, there's going to be no security guards. There's not going to be any outside promotions. It's basically just to be allowed to operate based on the New York State law.
Catherine, followed by Robin.
Yeah, actually, that was around my question. I'm having a hard time understanding. So a venue that would operate, I mean, I understand that it's about the flexibility of the hours, but I'm trying to understand kind of like the vision of the business itself. And I'm a new member, so I wasn't here last month. And so let's say it's 3 a.m., 4 a.m., but no security, and it's a venue that has capacity for 300. I'm just not understanding at that volume of people what the vision for night. I understand obviously for the daytime, and in particular, I noticed here it's what, 40 seats outside that you have capacity for outdoor dining. So yeah, can you just, I guess, maybe walk us through a little bit about why no security and the request till 4 a.m.?
Well, Kenneth, if you want to answer that, you have more clarity with regards to the operations internally and the reason that there's no security. I also have a vision of it, but Kenneth has a better point point of view that he could express himself.
We're gonna be operating as a restaurant. Okay, so, you know, with regards to the occupancy of the space is the occupancy of the space. Not necessarily looking to put 299 people in the space. Matter of fact, what I've submitted is for less. Okay, so with regards to the seating and what my expectations are, is that we're gonna be operating as a restaurant. All right, so if Community Board 12 would like to have their Christmas party at my restaurant, and you come and you decide you want to hang out and have a nice time and you want to stay up and plan your party late into the night, I want to have the ability to do that. But if you restrict the hours in which I'm operating, I'm not able to accommodate the needs of the people in the community and the different groups that may want to come and utilize my space for their special events and that type of stuff. So that's really why I'm looking for that flexibility. So, does that answer your question?
Yes, and opened another one unless there's other, actually there's other members, so I'll let them ask and go at the end.
Robin, you have the floor, and then we can come back to either Catherine and Hector if that is the new hand. Robin,
Hi,
you have the-
Miguel. Miguel, I understand that you looking for the flexibilities for the hours, but we had to be clear on that. So we don't, I mean, personally, I don't like the way that it's gonna be 7 days a week, 4 a.m. in the morning. So we had to establish if we give you some hours, and then you can come back to us and, you know, say that you want to, depending how you're dealing with the community, so we can add some more hours to you and your establishment. So right now, I'm not part of this to be 4 a.m. every 7 days a week. Sorry.
Well, basically, it's not that they're going to open 4 a.m., Robin, and that's what I mentioned before, because I understand that that's basically the proposed hours of operations. What we're looking for is a non-restricted license. For example, back a few years ago, there was a lot of restrictions, no DJ, no live music. Now we've been a little bit more flexible. Now we're shifting to the time. I've been representing clients in my neighborhood and owned businesses for over 15 years and been representing clients for 25 years. And I know the concerns. I know that location never opened. I know there's a lot of, traffic going on in the Sherman Creek area, as I represent various businesses in that area. But what my client is trying to do here, it's going to be a little bit different than what it's proposed and operated at the current establishments. So for example, the nearby competitions are not solely operating as a restaurant. My client is basically gonna operate as a full service restaurant where he's gonna bring in different types of client bases. This area is 9th Avenue, not 10th Avenue. Therefore, it's on, a block away from where all the real action is happening, which is on the 10th Avenue area, where you have multiple locations that are combined together in one building. So I understand the concern of the community. I understand, that there's high volume of traffic and 4 a.m. is not something that we are entertaining as of late. But with the proposed method of operation, with the menu that you're seeing, with the, public interest, I think that being a little bit flexible, if it's something that you would like for Kenneth to say, okay, on Friday and Saturday and Sunday, like give specifics in order for you to put the restrictions on the other days, then it's something that it's up to, my client's discretion if he wants to, basically continue with the proposed hours.
Hello?
I'm sorry, Miguel.
Yes.
Can we propose 3 a.m. 7 days a week? I mean, that's my opinions. I don't know about my colleague, but 3 a.m. 7 days a week.
Okay, yeah, that's a start. Kenneth, anything you can say about that?
I'm sorry, let's leave that towards the end.
Okay, yeah, towards that.
We have not heard questions from everyone. I do have some questions that I have to bring over, but let me proceed to Hector and then back to Catherine.
Not a problem.
I'll let Catherine continue her thought if it's okay with you, Chair.
So it'll be Catherine, Hector, and then Tracy.
To you, Heck. Thank you. I guess, and this is Miguel, like we don't need to, I don't want to belabor the point because I feel like we all know why we're asking. So I'm trying to understand like the business model and the rationale behind that. So for example, it's a really large space, future capacity stuff? Is it that you're seeing us, you mentioned like events, is it that you want to host events? Because I think the reason why that's also important is that if you do see yourself as a restaurant that hosts, I don't know, Sweet 16 or like you know, kind of like family gatherings or kind of like more private, large events, then I can understand the need for the flexibility. But I think right now I at least am struggling to understand, you know, what would be I mean, I understand the value of the flexibility, but just understanding a little bit more about the model for or the vision of the restaurant in the night. Yeah.
Yes, and we understand your point. You know, the place it's a large place. It's huge capacity, as you can see. You know, there's ways that I don't know if you've been to restaurants downtown where they sometimes cut off a part of the restaurant to operate just the restaurant part. And depending on the capacity, you know, when other patrons start coming in, they start opening up sections. And then they may have, you know, let's say you have a birthday party where you invited 50 people and that party is too large to sit in the dining area. You could, you know, sit them in another area of the restaurant. Let's say there is a private event, like my client mentioned, you know, maybe he wants to have a Christmas event or a Christmas party where it runs through 2 or 3 in the morning, or maybe 4 in the morning, depending on the type of event. You might get a political event where you have 300 people inside the place, you know, and that's why the situation and the question with regards to the security, I understand your point, you know, because of the neighborhood, normally it is important to maintain security because the patrons coming outside is not only about inside, because if you have an educated consumer that is not going to a business to create a problem, then in reality, you're not focused on security. Everybody's dining, you know, everybody's just being entertained within themselves and not standing up or in a lounge where you can sit on the seat, stand on the seats and party, you know. So the operations that my client has is basically more family oriented and looking for anything else that may come up. As you can see, in the past couple of months or maybe almost the last year, businesses have been on a decline. So we have to be open to anything that may come in. You know, you may come in for a school event that's going to be held there, and any other types of events. So right now, due to the capacity of the place, he doesn't want to be restricted on, let's say I have a wedding and they're going to do their wedding party here, but we have to close at 2 o'clock. You understand? So basically, that's the reason that he's looking for a no restriction application approval, because he doesn't want to have that restrictions to offer the restaurant to different types of clienteles.
I see that Officer Tavares might have a question before I move to Tracy and Hector. Officer Tavares, what's the opinion?
Yes, that was actually me with Lieutenant Woloski with the question.
Yeah, me too.
Can we just repeat the location again? I think I missed it when I was switching over to my own login.
Absolutely. The location will be 3764 9th Avenue between West 201st Street and West 202nd Street, where Cairo is at.
The old Cairo building.
Okay, so yeah, so that location, obviously we're all familiar with the corridor of 9th Avenue to 10th Avenue from 202 to 203, where last I checked, we have 9 licensed establishments there, and the 4 a.m. let out is insane. So the police department position from the 3-4 precinct at this time, we would be opposed to any new licensed establishments, especially those requesting to stay open until 4 a.m. In the vicinity of that area.
Thank you so much.
Understood.
The concern would be a 4 a.m. establishment with no security. We wouldn't be happy with that either. That would be something we would be highly opposed to.
Excellent.
Officer Tavares, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to mention. It wouldn't make sense that an establishment that serves liquor and stays open until 3 or 4 in the morning does not have any security to provide. That would just basically fall on us as a police department to take care of any issues that fall outside of the establishment. That's why I had my hand raised. So thank you, Auntie.
That's
Yes, no
understood.
problem, Chris. Yeah, the issue that might come up is you might make this establishment and it can be a great place with good people, but if they're getting out at 3, 4 a.m., they're gonna have 9 other establishments letting out at the same time, which might not be the best people, might not be the kind of clients that you want mingling with your clients, and that might scare away your
Yeah, it'll
paying
shift the
customers.
clientele. Yeah, that's understood. It's something considered.
Tracy followed by Hector.
Recognizing the want to be able to do special occasions, and I don't know how often people are going to be getting married until 4 a.m. on a Wednesday, but wanting the flexibility for it to be possible. On a general, outside of these special occasions, but sort of the day-to-day operations of the establishment, what time does your kitchen close?
Well, we're gonna keep the kitchen open, for the duration we have alcohol in the facility. I mean, we have to do that in order to hold the liquor license. So we would have a kitchen of some type open during those times.
That was it. Thank you.
Hector.
Thank you, Chair.
And to be clear, I'm sorry, just to add something that somebody said, I'm not opposed to doing security if that's something that they're gonna want. What I would hope is that if I'm gonna do security, it would be on those nights where I actually am open to that time of night. Again, it's not gonna necessarily be my regular course in operating operandi, but I would provide security if we were, running 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I would bring security in, and I would do it in accordance with the rules here. And I don't know exactly what that is, but I know that you have to have somebody certified, state of New York or something. Whatever it is, I would comply with whatever that is and whatever the 34th precinct wants. And the other thing is I'm very happy to sit down with the 34th precinct, have a conversation so that they're comfortable with whatever I'm doing at my business.
Excellent. Please, Hector, please continue.
Thank you, Chair. Ken, I think the issue here is not the hours, and I know last time you guys were here, both you and Miguel, you argued that the competitors and you wanted to have a competitor parity where you're operating at the same hours of the competitors. But if that was the case, that would defeat the purpose of the community board being here. We're here to serve as the voice of the community. And one of the issues we do notice, especially in this area, is the saturation. And especially an establishment that large to those hours. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the neighborhood. I know you used to work in this area, but there was a reason why Cairo hasn't opened up in quite some time, because of the pure saturation that the lieutenant from the 34th precinct raised, that we have 9 other establishments. And I'm not sure how often you're at Dyckman area at 2 in the morning, but that entire area is saturated where most nights the cops will have to shut that street down. And I love the concept of your restaurant. I will tell you that I think it's definitely needed in the area because of the influx of new residents and whatnot. However, if you look at other Italian restaurants like Carbone, Quality Italian, Quality Bistros, Bad Roman, they all close by 12. So the concept of having an Italian restaurant open till 4 in the morning, that may be a problem because the demographic might not be there for that. And we're acting on the behalf of the community and sharing our insights that may benefit the community, serving as those who seek what is the public interest in your establishment coming into the neighborhood. And I do see the benefit of an Italian restaurant. However, the hours, I don't think till 4 a.m. is ideal for the situation. I think something more reasonable will be till 12 every night. However, I'll defer to the chair and the rest of the board or the rest of the committee on how we decide to proceed with this.
Thank you, Hector. On that note, as far as I wanted to ask a lot of questions, Miguel. First, I'd like to ask if Ken is the sole proprietor, owner of this place. I need to know if he's the only one managing this place, if he's going to be the one on the liquor license certificate. These are clear questions about how we're going to move forward. So
yeah, and that is correct. I had spoken to Ken. He's the sole shareholder of the corporation. We sent you first page and the last page of the lease as the principal owner and only leaseholder at the premise. He also provided a surrender agreement from the previous tenants that were there to confirm that the availability of the premise was there at the time he got the establishment and that there's no possession by any other person. So Ken is going to be the sole shareholder managing the business and the license.
Excellent. So what will be the community benefit for this establishment? Why should we allow this license? What experience does Ken have handling alcohol? And how well does Ken know this community?
Ken, you want to answer that?
Sure. I've been a part of this community for over 20-something years. I have been actively involved both in my professional life, the general manager of the George Washington Bridge and Bus Station, and I also personally have been involved in the neighborhood. So the rehabilitation of the bus station itself, I oversaw that while I was the general manager. The Juan Pablo Duarte Foundation, I also oversaw the creation of that within the bus station. Cabrini Park, the Dolphin Park that Mrs. Pochi used to run before she passed away. I rehabilitated that park just before she passed away and also made sure that the community had access to that park the entire time it was there. Sadly, when Mrs. Pochi passed away, Port Authority, I know, is still trying to get it back up and operating for the community. I've done all different things in the community. I've been involved in all different types of turkey drives, toy drives. I sat on the Chamber of Commerce as a board member for over 6 years in Washington Heights. So I'm familiar with the neighborhood. I'm familiar with the neighborhood needs. I'm familiar with the people of the neighborhood, right? And I have a very heartfelt connection to the people, which is why I'm looking to open a restaurant in the neighborhood. If I didn't feel I had a connection, I wouldn't come.
And what experience do you have handling alcohol, Ken?
Well, for the past 2 years since I retired from the Port Authority, I've been working with a friend of mine who owns actually they own 4, but he's directly tied to 2 establishments here in Pennsylvania. Both of them are diners, both of them serve alcohol. And I've been working with them and mentoring with them, knowing I wanted to open this business, and I've been talking with them, and I've been actively involved in trying to understand how to run his business, run those businesses, and control the flow of alcohol. Now, I also recognize the fact that, I'm not an expert. So I do intend to hire a manager for the facility that is well-versed in the community, is well-versed in the management of alcohol and establishments in the community. And I'm also going to hire a consultant to make sure that I'm conforming to and doing the things that I need to do to conform with the SLA regulations and make sure that we're operating in a legal and appropriate manner.
Excellent. Committee members, do we have any other questions? Based on your feedback as committee members, we can, and for the new members, you can also recommend like whatever you want, and then we can vote if we have differences. Because of the nature of the size of this establishment, and because of the experience that both the residents in that area and PD have in handling large crowds on this particular area, I believe that this is not a public interest to the community. If they were to close at 4 o'clock in the morning, I am going to propose that they stay open Mondays through Thursdays until 1 a.m. and then Saturdays and Sundays until 2 a.m. That'll be my recommendation as a chair, but I'm open to hear other options so we can make sure that we vote on this matter as a committee and not individually. So I'm willing to open up some other options. Go ahead, Tracy.
For the crosstalk, you left out the day of Friday. So what is your proposal for Friday?
Thank you. So it'll be Monday through Thursdays until 1 a.m. and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday until 2 a.m. But I'm open up for other recommendations as well to see how the committee feels. Any other recommendations? Hector.
Thank you, Chair. Considering the view of the 34th precinct is they're opposed to any new licensed establishments at that particular center, while also understanding the potential public benefit this may have. I think an amicable solution between the two would be to allow them only to 12 a.m. across the board, Monday through Monday. And then within 2 years, let's say if all goes well, everything is fine, then revisit the possibility of opening up till 4 in the morning if it is in fact what they propose, that it's only going to be used for like weddings periodically or special events that cater to the community. But then again, the demographic for this type of restaurant typically stops going out. They stop going out at 11:30. I tend to go out to a lot of restaurants and they all close by 12 or 11 o'clock at night. So I think 12 is perfectly fine.
That's something that will be amenable to, and I would support that. But before I move on, I would like to hear from Tracy, then Melissa, then Robin. Please proceed, Tracy.
I don't think it's fair that because of the behavior of poor actors, we're hobbling a new business. Yet at the same time, I do think that there's like community safety needs. Taking into Isidro's like first recommendation is that most restaurants or evening nights, I would concur with the until 1 a.m. Monday through, I was actually going to say Monday through Wednesday, as in most people go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday for the later evening. I see the Thursday night, late night, I saw the face. But with an early evening on Sunday, a closing back at 1 o'clock on Sunday, as this one to allow this establishment to actually be competitive with its peers. However, and also give it the opportunity to, as was suggested that I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name, Mr. Ken, so I'm just going to call you Mr. Ken, that he would bring in security as needed. And then if it doesn't work out, we recognize that he has to reapproach the community board for a new license. So I've said a lot. I'm just going to try to close it back in the box. My recommendation was going to be Monday through Wednesday, starting hours, closing until 1, Thursday, Friday, Saturday until 4 a.m. to give him competitive with the other similar like establishments nearby. And then Sunday evening to close again at 1, as it is before we start the work week. Thank you.
Excellent. Melissa, followed by Robin.
Yeah, I think I kind of am echoing a little bit of what Tracy was saying, but I was going to agree with Isidro on the hours, except I was going to amend it to say I agreed with Isidro, except I think Thursday would be Thursday through Saturday. Sunday we would have them also closing early. And I agree. I don't think we want to. I think this is a different type of business, and I understand that the 34th precinct is hesitant, but this is, especially if they're closing a little bit earlier, and Mr. Ken said he's willing to work with them. I don't think we should be putting restrictions and saying, we're absolutely that we're not going to have any more businesses open in that area. I mean, it's a different type of business also, and if it's closing a couple of hours earlier, and he's willing to put in security if need be and work with the 34th precinct, I think we need to take that into account. But I agree with the hours Isidro said with that, with the change in the Thursday through Saturday and then closing early again on Sunday.
Excellent. Robin, you have the floor.
Also, Melissa, I agree with that too. With the hours that Isidro says, Monday to Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So I agree with our hours.
Any other committee members that would propose working on the hours? And the reason why we would like to spend some time into this, because that can either make or break if this applicant passes or is objected to.
Can I just say one thing?
If it's
sorry.
something that has not been said, Ken, before, please do. But if it's
I just
something that
thought it was something relative to the 34th precinct. I didn't think the 34th precinct had an objection to the business he had an objection to it letting out at 4 a.m. I think that's what his objection was. Not that he had objection to the business being in the neighborhood. He didn't want it going out at the same time.
Excellent.
So can I just say that? And again, I would be fine with a 3 a.m.
Okay.
all the night.
Yeah, thank you. I saw that Lisa, you kind of raised your hand and then you lowered your hand.
Yes, I just wanted to echo kind of so you can see where we are as a whole board. I do agree with, let's say, Thursday till Saturday and having Sunday going back to the earlier schedule. I believe 2 a.m. on weekends would be a good time because it gives them enough time to get out before, like the 34th precinct said, the other establishments. And I do agree with him that what I got back from the 34th was the 4 a.m. let out time, not against the establishment as a whole. So I just wanted to clarify that. At least that was my understanding. So I just wanted to give you an idea where I think we're all kind of feeling about the hours of the operations.
Thank you, Lisette.
Thank
Hector?
you.
Right. Regarding the statement that the lieutenant made, Wazowski, he's verbatim, he stated, quote unquote, opposed to any new licensed establishments in that area. Just for clarification. And that's why I proposed a middle ground where a 12 a.m. across the board. So that way we satisfy both the business owner and the confines of the 34th precinct.
Very well. Anybody else?
Sorry, I wanted to so I feel like we have 3 kind of proposals. But I also just something that I feel, and maybe I'm off. I think that the practice generally, especially with new licenses, has been 2 a.m. And I understand, especially because of like it's not about calling into question anyone. It's just for us, it's historically, I think at this board, it's been about giving folks the opportunity to open up, see what works. And then when they do come back around renewal and reapplying for extended hours, and that allows both us and the precinct and the community at large to build larger trust. So I just wanted to share that because I feel like that's been my experience. And from what I've seen, it's worked pretty well at the board where folks do get 2 a.m. super smooth. And when it comes time to apply for a 4 a.m. or, different hours, they've been successful, not just with us, but across the board. So.
Thank you, Catherine. So we have 3 proposals, one that I raised, one raised by Hector, and one brought by Tracy. As far as like the hours is concerned. We can vote on each one, but I'd rather have a uniform and cohesive understanding that we are standing together as a committee, and then have more conversation about the schedule. I'd like to open up the floor for more conversation. So the idea is like to have them given the flexibility to operate as a business, but at the same time, making sure that we prevent any problems that have been brought up by PD. Where closing at 4 o'clock will be extremely dangerous based on the experience that they have, and perhaps giving the operator an opportunity to open up a business in a place that has been shut down for a while, but perhaps come to a compromise on the hours. And if we can come up with a unique idea where we can all support, it will be easier for the rest of the board to vote on this matter. But if there's a reflection on how we vote as a committee, let's say that it's a vote 4-3-2, let's say, the committee is going to be asked at the general board meeting, why was this vote divided? There are concerns. What are the concerns? And that could be very problematic at the general board meeting. Hector, you have the floor.
No, I was just gonna say, after hearing Catherine's thought logic, it makes a lot more sense to me And I would like to withdraw my proposed hours of like 12 to make it easier. So that way we only choose between your proposed hours and Tracy's proposed hours. And I just want to thank Catherine for providing that insight.
So the idea is, at least the one that I brought, was to have this establishment open from Mondays through Thursdays until 1 a.m. And then Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays till 2 a.m. But before I move on, Melissa, I see that you have your hand raised.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, piggybacking off of what Catherine said, I think maybe like if it's been the, just historically, if it's always been 2 a.m., I mean, I understand like the 1 a.m., 2 a.m., but at the end of the day, does the 1 hour make a huge difference? It might make it just a little bit cleaner if we do 2 a.m. across the board. But I mean, I'm open to both. If the board decides that they want the 1 a.m., 2 a.m., I'm fine with that too, but it just may make it cleaner.
Sorry, I meant 2 a.m. on weekends, not 2 a.m. across the
Oh,
board. But
okay.
yeah, that from my understanding, it was usually like so a lot of the like Inwood businesses at the board that get the first liquor license, and correct, you see you would know, would be weekends is 2 a.m. and then I think weekdays are either 12 or 1. I think it depends on the business, on the type of business, but generally 2 a.m. on the weekends.
Yeah, so
There-
that's fine.
Sorry.
Then the Isidro's, or yeah, that's the 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I think I would be in favor of that if the whole board's for it. That would be my vote.
Yeah, we rarely approve for first applicant to open up at 4 a.m. There have been some exceptions. If there is a place where there are no residents, like this one, and there are no oppositions from the residents and OPD and all committee members, who will actually approve them, right? But because there are issues, I think that we should definitely consider the 34th opinion on this matter because it's critical. They'll be the one patrolling. They'll be the one dealing with the headache. So I highly recommend that we observe this petition. And even if we move, let's say, to 2 a.m. on the weekends, we have to have an agreement that security guards are going to be hired and that this security guard personnel, that they be obviously certified and trained by New York State as it is requested by law. Melissa, you have your hand still up.
No, I'm sorry, that was the old hand.
Excellent. So I guess it will be a general consensus to have 1 a.m. and then Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays until 2 a.m. Miguel, do you have a question?
Yes, basically I discussed with Ken and the security guard situation that's going to be addressed. So basically we're going to revisit that with regards to implementing that for better security purpose. We are working with the community board and the community and to avoid any situations that may transpire after the patrons leave the establishment and that the 3-4 may have to handle that, then Ken is willing to address that and implement that in his operations. Now, with regards to the hours, he is also, we've also discussed that being a little bit flexible with the community board, is it possible we can propose from Sunday to Wednesday, 2 a.m. and just Thursday to Saturday, 3 a.m.?
No, I think that the committee already spoke on this matter. There have been a lot of issues. I think that the committee has been flexible in trying to understand the needs of the operator. But we also have to respect that there is an issue and this community board will have a hard time approving a 2 a.m. closing on a daily basis. I believe that the best process will be for you to approve yourself as an operator that is responsible. Come back to this community board. If there are no issues, perhaps this committee can reconsider maybe closing at 3 o'clock on the weekends, maybe 6 months or a year from now. But I personally will never vote to close this establishment at 4 o'clock in the morning when the prison has brought up some serious concern. So I personally will not vote anything February 4 o'clock in the morning. I see that Hector, you have your hand up. Thank you, Miguel. Let me just hear from Hector first. Go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Miguel. I know we're going back and forth regarding those additional hours up until 4, up until 1, up until 2 on specific days. However, my question is for Ken. What are your anticipated hours of operation? Because I know we've been discussing this whole time of the potential to operate till 4 for these potential special events and whatnot. But what are your anticipated hours of operation?
Honestly, I don't know at this point. I mean, right now I'm still trying to figure out the business, trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. I would expect that I'm probably going to open sometime around either a late lunch, early dinner. So somewhere, between noon and 4 o'clock would probably be my opening. I think a typical closing would probably be in and around midnight, 1 a.m. For just regular operations, but I also think it's going to be based on the experience of the neighborhood and based on what I have. So again, I'm looking for hours for operational flexibility. And again, it's nice that the officer from I don't know, are you a lieutenant sir, or are you officer? I don't know.
Lieutenant, he's a lieutenant.
Lieutenant, has stepped back in the room. I mean, again, I'm looking to have operational flexibility at this restaurant so that if I'm hosting a wedding party, if I'm hosting a bar mitzvah, if I'm hosting, Sunday brunch, if I'm hosting whatever it is, or if I have a private party, CB12 wants to have their Christmas party, or someone wants to have a celebratory, thing that starts at 9 o'clock at night and want to take that till 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I want to have that operational flexibility. Is that something I plan to do on a consistent, regular basis? No, it's not. And again, I would gladly comply with getting security personnel for anything after midnight or maybe 2 in the morning. I don't know. We could talk about what that is.
Okay.
I would bring that security in if I'm going to run a later operation so that it can form and work with the community. And again, like I'm willing to, instead of going to 4, I'm willing to go to 3. If that helps the police manage the area better, and that gets their okay or permission or buy-in, and their input that, running a restaurant, not, a lounge or a nightclub, to those hours of the night, and again, like I'm not anticipating. I realize it's a large venue and that's what concerns you, but I can't change the size of my building. Like that.
Oh yeah, I totally understand that, Ken. I just wanted to clarify regarding the hours of
I
operation.
intentionally put in a smaller number of tables so I would have a smaller number of people. Because I don't know how I'm going to do that, but again, I'd love to, keep my hours of operation and that availability flexible. And as Miguel stated to you, I would like to see, 3 a.m. Closing. If I can get that, and if the police would be okay with that. I realized that he was opposed to having more foot traffic at 4 a.m. down in that location. But hopefully my clientele is going to be different, and if I move it back an hour, I won't be interacting with those groups.
Ken, we have this concern from PD. Usually they tend to be extremely flexible in understanding that you as an operator want to come in and create a dream for yourself and the establishment. This is something new to the community. We will welcome you with open arms. But traditionally, we have not accepted 4 o'clock closing on a place that PD will have an objection to. This objection that they are requesting, my offer still stands that within 6 months after you start like operating or a year, you come back and request that you would like to stay open until 3 o'clock on the weekends, and that's something that we'll reconsider. But at this point, we'll only consider the hours that have been proposed.
And just to confirm, Isidro, just so I get this straight, Ken, your proposed hours of operation for the business is from 4 late lunch to about 12, correct? With the flexibility of operating beyond that. That's the premise.
The typical main hours of operation is probably from about noon till about midnight.
Yeah, and that's what we were asking if the 2 a.m.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. I totally get it. I just wanted to clarify that for the minutes. Thank you both.
Yeah, because 2 a.m. all across the board will work for Ken as well, because it allows him to work till midnight. And if there's an event, he can actually, prior to us coming back to the community board, at least offer till 2 a.m. all across the board. Because if you have a large event space, you don't know which day the client is going to come or the patrons are going to come and ask for an event. So it could be a Tuesday event, it could be a Wednesday event. So
Right.
you don't want to lose out also on those patrons that are looking for that event that you're not able to open till past
Right.
midnight.
No, yeah, we understand that, but we.
So
we
that's
take
why,
it
you know, the
on-
flexibility
If I
with
may,
2 a.m. all across the
if I may,
board.
if
Go
I may.
ahead.
The committee is proposing the following hours. Monday through Thursdays until 1 a.m. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays until 2 a.m. You, as an operator, proposing to close out at 2 o'clock across the board, every day of the week.
Correct.
Now, the committee has a decision to make. Either we go to straight vote on the hours that the operator is requesting, or we can vote on the hours that we are proposing as a committee. So now I would like to propose a question to the committee. Which way you would like to go before we go into voting procedure? Either voting on the matter as stated by the committee, or voting on the matter on the hours that the operator is requesting.
2 a.m. all across the board.
So the operator is requesting to vote on the matter, closing every single day at 2 a.m. The committee has requested the hours as being the following: Mondays through Thursdays until 1 a.m. Fridays, Saturday, and Sunday to 2 a.m. Which way, committee members, only to you, would you like to go?
If I may.
Lisette, you have the floor.
Okay, so just to give you my perspective, if we were to vote based on our hours that were represented, or let's say, let me put it the other way around. If we were to vote right now based on the hours that he has presented to us, I will vote no, just so that he understands if he pushes for that. Now, if we were to vote right now, go to vote on the hours that we have recommended, he would get a yes vote from me. So that's how I can sum it up. He can decide, or you can decide as chair, I guess.
Thank you so much, Lisette. That is precisely my point. Again, we all can vote differently, but that's exactly how I will vote.
Chair, I have a quick question regarding the proposition. Do we really have a choice if the proposed applicant wants to run their own numbers? Like, let's say if they want to run the hours a certain time, do we have any say so in saying, no, we're gonna only go to a vote if it's these certain hours? Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not sure if I'm phrasing that correctly.
So we can propose hours as we have
Right.
on every single applicant.
Correct.
They have the right to say, no, I object to your hours that you are proposing. We would like to go to a straight vote because we feel that the hours that we are requesting are truly not an issue. So if they go to a straight vote with the hours they're recommending, then the committee will vote however they want.
Okay. Thank you, Chair.
On that matter, this is a question that I'm going to bring you now, Miguel. Would you like for us to vote on the matter, or will you reconsider and accept the committee's proposal?
My client would like to continue with the same proposal, the closing at 2 a.m.
Excellent. On that
all
note,
across the board.
Since the operator is requesting that we entertain the request, they're going to close on 2 o'clock on a daily basis. Then the matter should be moved and the committee will vote on that aspect.
I don't know how to raise my hand electronically.
Yes, please, go ahead, Ken.
If you're gonna vote on my proposal, please vote on the one that I provided in writing. That's what I'd ask.
Okay, so you would like to then move that you're going to close on a 4 a.m. daily basis, correct? Excellent. So the operator has indicated that he's going to strike down the one brought up by the representative, and the idea is to open up this establishment on a daily basis until 4 a.m. And on that note, I recommend that we go to a vote unless there are other questions. Miguel.
Any questions?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Any
So on
questions
that note,
from board members?
let's go to a straight vote because the operator has indicated that I'd like to close 4 o'clock on a daily basis.
Chair, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no. Robin, how do you vote?
No.
Melissa, how do you vote?
No.
Melissa votes. Lizette, how do you vote?
No.
Catherine, how do you vote?
No.
Tracy, how do you vote?
No.
No, that's 7 in opposition of this motion, Chair.
Thank you so much. So Miguel and Kent, this application fails. I think that we tried to work out some compromise that didn't work. However,
Understood.
we highly recommend that you reconsider those hours. And if there's anything that we can assist you with the process, we'll be more than happy to help.
No problem. Thank you very much, Isidro.
That note, let's proceed to the next one, please.
Wonderful. Thank you,
Can I
Chair.
get a clarification
Next
on what the
applicant.
final hours were for the board?
Just muted him. Sorry about that. The next applicant for a new liquor license will be applicant number 10 on the agenda, La Santa Bar Lounge Inc., 1616 St. Nicholas Avenue at the corner of West 191st Street. Do we have a representative for this establishment? Once again, this is agenda item number 10, La Santa Bar Inc., 1616 St. Nicholas Avenue at the corner of West 191st Street. Do we have a representative for this application? Going
Same.
once.
Not only are they not here, but also the application was is incomplete. They're missing a lot of items. And since there are no representative present and the application is complete, I recommend that go to straight vote.
Okay, going to a straight vote, hearing no oppositions. Chair, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no. Robin, how do you vote?
No.
Robin votes no. Melissa, how do you vote?
No.
Melissa votes no. Lizette, how do you vote?
I vote no.
Lizette, no. Catherine, how do you vote?
No.
Catherine, no. Tracy, how do you vote?
No.
Wonderful, that's 7 against this application, Chair.
Thank you so much, Hector. And on that, let's proceed to the next agenda item, please.
Yes. The next and last agenda item on the list is agenda item number 11, Cloisters Grill Uptown Corp. Yeah, Cloisters Grill Uptown Corp, 1506 St. Nicholas Avenue between 185th Street and West 186th Street. Do we have a representative for this application?
Yes, Miguel Acosta, representing Cloisters Grill Uptown. Before we start, I wanted to bring to the attention that on the application, my assistant indicated some hours there. I spoke to ownership and we want to adjust those hours. So if we can, Monday through Thursday, operations will close at 11 p.m. and Friday to Sunday at 1 a.m.
Very well. Thank you so much for the amendment. This is a request for a new on-liquor license for establishment that is located on 1506 St. Nicholas Avenue. And this is at West 185th Street. They did submit a complete questionnaire. The capacity there is 74 people. They're going to have 3 employees working, hopefully full-time. Based on the request that they have made, they are requesting live music, no karaoke, no jukebox. They have indicated they have a sound limiter and that they have effectively soundproofed the establishment. You already heard the hours of operations, which are going to be Monday through Thursday until 11 p.m. and then Friday to Sunday until 1 a.m. This is an establishment, Miguel, that should be operating.
Yes, it is.
And there's a liquor license there already.
No, there was a liquor license there before. My client has been operating for about 6 months with no license. We have submitted the application. and basically meeting with the board as requirements. But at the present time, my client is in very need of this license in order for him to do a little bit better.
Right, I've been to that establishment, and the question that I have for you is, how accessible are the restrooms? Because I see a couple of steps that you gotta like climb. Where exactly are the restrooms?
Well, the restrooms are before that, located before climbing the steps. The steps leads to the back, where is the storage area.
Okay,
So,
this is an establishment that I know they had at least 3 or 4 different owners with liquor licenses, and somehow that place has never kicked off. I don't know what's going on there.
well,
But
the
this is a
lounge
new-
area
This
situation.
is a new owner. I know that the food is different because I've been there. But I'm just curious how this business had never been able to kick off. Always an issue. But before we move forward, I'm going to ask the 34th precinct for their opinion. Officer Taveras, what is the other opinion of 34th precinct?
We have no objections on this establishment.
It's a very small place. I like that fact that you have amended the hours. I really like to see this place like, flourish, but it has been rather difficult. I'm going
Yeah.
to open up the floor now to committee members to see if they have any questions. I do have a question, and I'm going to ask, maybe the committee members can come back. Miguel, what's the experience of this ownership handling alcohol?
Well, my client has been licensed for the past 7 years at 7 Henshaw. So this is their second location. So right now at 7 Henshaw, Cloisters Grill has been operating, serving food, serving alcohol. They've decided to move it up to Washington Heights. Food has been moving great. The location in the past there had operated as a sushi place. Sometimes the sushi is sort of like a trend when it comes to the Latin community. And I believe that offering the menu that my client has been offering since they started operating should maintain this establishment at float. And the approval of a liquor license, they can offer their patrons some additional beverages where it can increase revenue to cover the operating expenses, which are pretty high there in St. Nicholas.
Before I come back to you, Lisette, Miguel, the concern that I have here is that having this license in a place that is already saturated with Spanish food, and based on the menu that you have, this is already like being served, at least in 2 different places close to this establishment. So I'm wondering, like, what will be the community benefit in approving this license? Because in essence, the food is not different. The liquor is not going to be different. So why should we approve a license that is already like in a place that is saturated with the same food and same drinks?
Well, remember that the Spanish food, it could be it could be the same, but the seasoning is different. So the cook, the main chef in that location has been in the neighborhood for over 30, 40 years. Everybody knows her, Maddie. She's the one that created the menu. She's the one that seasons it. Like I said, the operations have been at float, just the food. Adding beverages will allow them to compete with those that are offering Spanish food and also liquor. So I think that by not approving this, we'll be taking away from their operations and the competition in an area where, Latinos go and have a meal and have a beer or have a drink. So basically, they don't want to have any limitations, and that's the main reason of a business. When it has limitations, then you can't compete. So closing at a certain time, not being able to offer alcoholic beverages just because there's other Spanish restaurants like Casa El Mofongo probably offers liquor and Spanish food. So people will have now the opportunity to make other choices besides going to the normal places that are there, because it's not only about the food, it's about what else do they offer. So if I go to a
I'm sorry to interrupt, but based on the menu that you have provided, you have one place practically sitting right across from you, less than 50 feet away from you, serving
Understood.
the same food. Pollo Dorado is already there.
Yeah, I understand that. So Pollo Dorado will take my client out of business because they offer alcoholic beverages, Isidro, and that's what I'm saying. Allow the patrons to compete. If you're selling alcohol and I want a drink and a meal and I want Spanish food, you're going to go to Pollo Dorado. You're not going to go to Cloisters. Now, if Cloisters has a liquor license, just like Pollo Dorado, I'm able to make a decision. I will go because I like the rabo from Cloisters, and I can also have a drink. And I would go to Pollo Dorado because I like the chicken from Pollo Dorado, and I will also have a drink. So that's what forms competition, and competition is great for other businesses. But if you limit a location to serve just because the chicken place across the street is offering alcohol, that means that the chicken place will be the only one that's serving food and alcohol. And that means that every Spanish restaurant that comes in the neighborhood, regardless of the fact, just because there's other locations serving alcohol, are not going to be allowed to serve alcohol, then it's unfair to the operators, especially when they've been operating fairly.
My last point, you have Pollo Dorado, you have Blue Lobster, that even though it's Blue Lobster, they actually sell the same type of meals. You also have Punto Sabor, and you also have Sofia, serving practically the same food. But I'll direct myself to Lisette. Lisette, you have the floor.
Okay, so thank you so much for taking my question. I guess, well, first, to clarify for the minutes, Pollo Dorado is no longer there. It's now El Nuevo Capri 2, which they were supposed to be here today and they didn't join our meeting. And they do sell liquor because they came in for a renewal. Now, I know that location very well. And you do have a great point, Isidro. Everything is the same foods, the same drinks, which was my question. Does she have a special drink menu that she's planning to offer something new or different to the community? Or is it just, Brugal and, whatever they have on the shelves is it a full bar or we have a specialized menu? I guess that's my question.
Well, it's good if approved. It's gonna be a specialized menu. There's a public interest that was provided to the state liquor authority with regards to the method of operations and the new menu that's gonna be brought, similar to what they have in Henshaw. So basically, they're mirroring their operations where they're serving different types of cocktails. They have birthday events where they also offer different cocktails, so I understand your point 100%. I actually was that owner of that location about 15 years ago. Then Mia came in, then Jade Sushi came in, and basically all businesses operated with food, but with a lounge atmosphere. My client is basically just bringing his restaurant operations from one neighborhood to another. The hours of operations are 11 p.m. during the week, 1 a.m. on the weekends, which is very fair for the type of neighborhood that you have there. All the businesses around there in the past operated as a lounge till 4 a.m., which caused a lot of traffic, a lot of violations with the parking, and also altercations that had occurred with regards to the amount of people that hang around outside, especially in the summer. So my client is very flexible, want to mirror their operations in one location to another. They already took the risk. They opened and operating without a license. The majority of these lounges is, from my experience, they normally waited till they get a license to open. So they already been operating. They've shown and proved themselves. They're not selling alcoholic beverages in order for them to survive, but they also want to be able to compete.
This is going to have a special ruling because it has to go to the 500 foot ruling, Miguel. You know
Yes,
that
it does. It does.
because they have, there are like over 3 liquor licenses in the neighborhood. And that's what
Yes.
I'm going to ask, what is the community benefit? It's not going to be the food. The food's
Well,
already
I'm not
been
saying that the
prepared.
community is going to benefit off of this, but they're benefiting right now because, like I said, the business is operating without a license. So right now the patrons are going, they're consuming food. That means that if you, like you mentioned, there's so many operations around there, but they're still doing well with the food. That means that they are a good operator. The food is better than the majority of the businesses around there, more consistent. And therefore, I think that my client, deserves a chance at least to maintain a full operation in order for them to compete.
Miguel,
Because I'm not
telling you-
saying that it's going to be super duper different. I'm just saying that they need a license to compete in the neighborhood.
Miguel,
Just Washington Heights.
Miguel, I suspect that you'll be the one representing this client at SLA. When SLA asks you the question, what is the community benefit? What will your response be?
Well, I'm not ready to represent that at the moment. So there was a public interest statement that was already provided to the liquor authority. At the end of the day, the community's already benefiting off of it because they are getting better food than they had before because the business has been at float. If the food wasn't good, business would have closed already. They wouldn't have been able to last this long to come to the community board or anything to be able to show improve. So they have shown improved. They're up to date with their bills. They pay their Con Edison. So the business is operating. This is just an addition to their menu in order for them to generate more revenue and make a profit.
Catherine,
We
you
go
have
in
the floor.
business. We go in business, to make a profit. We don't want to break even.
Catherine, you have the floor.
No, I mean, it's really more of a comment. Like, I've been to the Henshaw location. I gotta say the food is good. And
you.
somebody from the area, I haven't been to the second location on St. Nicholas, but that's my area as well. And I think that like at least the compromise on the hours brings me that peace of mind of like it's not trying to be a lounge like some of the other ones in that are nearby and don't serve as much good food. Like I'm thinking of a spot on 189. Yeah, 189 in St. Nick. So yeah, I just want to say like not to get in. This is just a side comment to that the food is good and the hours bring me peace of mind in terms of just a lot of the activity that does happen around street vending. I think the one question I was gonna ask earlier, I know that the layout, like we don't have a formal process, but like the layout, I know it's not supposed to be precise, but the restrooms, I don't know if they are exactly the same size. It's obviously not to scale, but I would just again echo on the stipulation of if making sure that the restrooms are accessible, that the entrance
Yes.
is accessible. If it's not, a commitment to correct that. Just because I can't really tell from the drawing.
So the diagram shows that right past the food service area, there's 2 bathrooms located. Then because there's a steam table. So if you look at the diagram, you have a small bar with 4 chairs. Then there's a steam table. So lounges will not operate with a steam table. Then you have 2 accessible bathrooms. There's a step up that goes to a designated storage area and the kitchen area right across. So the only employees will have to go up the 2-3 steps to go to the kitchen or to go to the storage area. Handicap accessibility is there. And there is 2 bathrooms because they've been there from previous locations. The place, like you see, is a small place. They're just trying to make a living, and like I said, no lounge has a steam table where you can go and hang out.
So Miguel, I know, like Catherine said, I've been to that other location many times. Sometimes I even take an Uber to go to that location that you have close to Dyckman. Food is delicious. I'm just concerned about repetitive meals that we have. And you
Oh, I
remember
know. Well, you just said you take a cab
it's
all the
going
way
to
to
have an
Dyckman.
issue. So there's going to be an issue. And you know that very well.
Yeah.
And I digress.
But like I said, I would like to address that at the 500-foot hearing, and I would like the support of the community board in order for us to be able to have some support. Because if the community board basically is against an operator bringing in liquor to compete then basically you're running him out of business, because the liquor authority, as you may know, are now falling back on the community board recommendations. So the hours have been adjusted to comply with the community board, hours of and regulated hours for a restaurant. And also the menus there, the steam tables there. So it's something, like I said, Isidro, you don't see a lounge operating with a steam table. So that, gives me, more confidence that this is going to be a restaurant. And it has been operating as a restaurant and working. So, from a break-even point to a profit is a big difference.
Yeah, I don't think the question here is about whether or not this will be a lounge establishment. The question here that I have, at least, is that this is bringing more of the same. Even though the food at Seven Hancock is extremely good, I've been there many, many times. The issue here is density. That's just about it.
No, and I understand your concern with regards to that, but believe me, they're going to make a difference, with regards to the food and the drinks.
On that note, do we have any other committee members' questions? If not, we're going to perhaps move into steps. And if that is the case, I'm going to recommend the following. One, Miguel, what you are very familiar with, the Good Neighbor sign.
Got it?
The phone number.
Okay.
One, to post a no valet parking, because that area there is very congested.
Understood.
The hours, I personally don't have any issue with it. But I'm going to open up the floor to see if there are any other recommendations from committee members.
Chair, just to confirm, you have no issues with the new proposed hours, correct? That the representative shared?
Correct, that would be Monday to Thursday until 11 p.m. And then Fridays to Sunday until 1 a.m.
Wonderful, thank you, Chair.
On that note, let's proceed to a vote.
Wonderful. Chair, how do you vote?
I'm going to vote yes, and I hope, Miguel, that you are able to convince the SLA that this will not be an issue.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. I also vote yes. Robin, how do you vote? We'll spin back. Melissa, how do you vote? Melissa.
No, yes, sorry.
Melissa voting yes. Lizette, how do you vote?
I vote yes.
Lizette votes yes. Catherine, how do you vote?
Yes.
Ms. Diaz votes yes. Tracy, how do you vote?
Yeah.
Tracy votes yes. Coming back to Robin, how do you
Yes.
vote? Robin votes yes. That's 7 in favor of this application, Chair.
Well, Miguel, so congratulations. I think that, we asked a lot of questions, but that's because we want this business to flourish. This is an area that has seen this establishment close like many, many times. And what we propose is to make sure that they do well, because it's part of our community. And
Thank
I know
you.
that as far as like the relationship to the Seven Hancock is like really great. And I hope that they do well.
Thank you very much. Let me ask you a quick question with regards to the stipulations. What is the date of the general meeting so we can provide pictures that these things have been done?
So we didn't request that, but you can send it
Okay.
over for the 20th, which will be Friday the 20th before 5 p.m.
Not a problem. I'll handle it. Thank you very much, guys. You guys have a good night. I appreciate it.
Likewise, Miguel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
Have a good night. Thank
Committee
you.
members, please do not adjourn. I just wanted to make sure that the new members to get a feeling from you guys. Really grateful for that you came in as new members, and tell us how you felt, your experience, and if there's anything that we can improve on, please feel free and tell us on how we are going to proceed. And before that, I'd like to also thank both precincts, the 32 and 34, for the input. So thank you so much, officers. You don't have to stay for the rest of the night, but I just want to let you know that we're very grateful for your presence and your input.
Thank you so much for having us. And I shared my email, so that's good. So we can avoid any issues in the past. And I'll make sure I have a breakdown of all the locations moving forward for the next meeting, so it can give some insight to the community on what goes on at these locations from a police department perspective.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant. Take care of yourself, guys. Have a good night.
Thank
So
you.
committee members, tell us how you felt. Lisette, thank you so much for your input. Tracy, Catherine, what was your experience?
You want me to start?
Please.
Or, oh, okay. Well, I joined last month once I found out that I will be starting this month. So I got a little bit of the experience already. I think it was great. I'm glad that we were able to have an open dialogue with any little situation that might have come up. And I think we did pretty good on that. One thing that I had noticed when I was looking at the questionnaire that we have them fill out is one of the questions that you bring up a lot, but I know it's important. It's about previous experience. And the application says, what experience do the owners have in operating a restaurant? But it gives them the option of a yes and no only. So how would they be able to say what experience if they can't have like an open box where they can actually write that experience? I think that it will help us have that information at the time of application instead of having to take time from the actual, I guess, meeting and maybe just add clarifying questions or more additional questions. But that's my only little thing. I think everything else, pleasure to meet you all. I don't think, I'm new, so there's a lot of you that don't know me. But yeah, it's been good and exciting.
Excellent.
Thank
So
you.
that question, when we ask about previous experience, we like to leave it open, but we also can have follow-up questions like where. For example, this gentleman that had experience in Pennsylvania, well, those are different sets of rules for there. What experience do you have in New York City? And if none, they can say, well, you know, I'm going to hire someone like the gentleman indicated. I'm going to hire someone that's going to be trained on handling alcohol. And we also ask, like, you know, very specifically, where in New York City have you had experience? Last month, we had a lady that had a lot of experience in the Dominican Republic, but that doesn't apply here. And we asked her that question, like, you know, what are you experiencing in New York City? Because there are different sets of rules. So we can follow up with questions like that whenever you see possible.
Yeah, I joined that meeting, so I saw that. I saw that interaction. But on this application, what I was bringing up, just to clarify, was the maybe changing the space where they could actually enter the experience. Because right now it's just yes or no. Like it's saying, what do you have as experience? But it's just a yes or no response. And I think that just wanted to clarify, I think that could be done a little better.
So if there are no objection from committee members, Hector, perhaps that's something we can ask this minor change to the questionnaire. And we can send that over to the new applicants, because I think it's right. You know, what experience do you have? It's not yes or no, and leave it there. Thank you, Lisa. Tracy, Catherine? Any input?
It's an honor just to be nominated. No, I don't, I don't have anything, but it was very, very informative tonight. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'd say the same as Tracy. Helpful. And also like, you know, in the past, nobody ever really wanted to serve on licensing, guys, but now I understand, like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? Like there's a level of like smoothness. I understand how the meetings run, how to kind of operate. So I can understand why licensing is not like, you know, in the dark ages run until 1 a.m. So
Really, really grateful for all of your input. Also grateful for Hector for stepping up and representing licensing at the General Board meeting. I was not there. Thank you so much, Hector. And again, we are collectively one team. Sometimes I make a lot of mistakes. Feel free and, you know, let me know, hey, this is wrong. You know, feel free and let me know what we should improve on. We're always open for new recommendations. Robin.
Isidro, who's gonna do the minutes?
Hector.
Oh, okay, thanks.
So team. I don't know if you have any, Catherine, please proceed.
Oh, no, I was gonna say I can't do next month, but I can do April. So
Okay.
April minutes I could do.
Thank you so much. Well, team, thank you so much for your attendance, your input. I think that we are collectively a team, and feel free to be more vigilant on what we request from the operators, making sure that they stick to the stipulations that we require. And whenever you see any violations, feel free and say so. The same way that we compliment businesses, you have the same right to say, like, by the way, this is going on here, X, Y, and Z, and bring it up, because I think it helps us a lot more. On that note, if there are no other questions,
Motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn. Any opposition?
Second.
Second.
Guys, have a good night. And
Have a
again,
good night,
Good night,
everyone.
guys.
Good night, guys.
And
Bye.